Hey guys, I'm just posting this at the start of every video now before my intro, just to let you guys know that I am unable to live stream for at least 7 days. The channel has 2 copyright strikes, is at risk of being taken down. I have a new one, so go and check out the most important video ever on my channel. Link is in the description for that. Anyway guys, let's get into another video. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, this video is going to contain major spoilers for Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. If you haven't seen the film, or if you're not going to see it and want to know the spoilers, this is a video for you. If not, please turn this video off right now. So The Rise of Skywalker is the third and final film in the Disney side of the Skywalker trilogy. There will be other films, other spin-offs like Rogue One, Solo, films like that. We might even get an Obi-Wan movie, we'll wait and see. I've got a lot of notes in front of me because there's a lot to get through. I'm expecting this video to be about 12 minutes long. We'll wait and see. Did I like this movie? Yes and no. Look, let's break it down bit by bit. There are things I did like and things I didn't, and I think I definitely need a second viewing for an opinion. But I think I'm more on the side where I didn't, unfortunately, which a lot of people are seeing. The opening crawl for me, I did not like at all. The fact that the title wrote "The dead have spoken" and a broadcast was sent across space from Palpatine. What the fuck? Seriously, there could have been a way better opening. I didn't like it. That was an opening scene that I did not like. I thought, here we fucking go. The actual opening reveal that Palpatine was behind everything was cool. Where he was staying, I forget, I think it's Exegol, I think that was the place. That was pretty cool. It was dark, it was Sith-like. But as Kylo's walking towards him and you get the first look at Palpatine, you see all these Snoke clones, and I understand that he's created this voice inside his head, but there is no way that in Force Awakens and even The Last Jedi, if this was J.J. Abrams originally, that I don't think Palpatine would have been there, and these Snoke clones were actually Snoke. He was meant to be this big... I just was like, what? This doesn't make sense. Rey being trained by Leia was cool. It was good to see Leia actually have a kind of character arc. I think as the general she's helped and things, but she's never had a full-on character arc. But training Rey, and apparently a year has passed since all these events happened, so I wonder if she's been being trained for the whole year. I really like seeing Leia as a teacher. I actually am disappointed in this, but I think that Finn was a little weak. I will probably only remember him in The Force Awakens. I thought he was weak in The Last Jedi as well with Rogue. But in this film, I got to admit that I thought Rose was good. She wasn't on screen very much, and that probably helped as well. But when she was, she contributed to the story, contributed to the movie in quite big ways. The planet jumping was just ridiculous, and it needed to slow down. I thought it was terribly paced, and even though they said the names of planets they were going to, I think it would have been cool if they had like white or black writing indicating where that planet was and the name of it, because it got ridiculous. They were jumping, and it was like this, let's go get this, let's go get that, let's go see this person, and it was starting to piss me off. But they had some real cool characters introduced throughout the film, some new characters. I especially loved Bubba Freak. He was very funny. He's up there with Baby Yoda at the moment, I've heard. R2-D2 literally did nothing in this film for me. It was cool to see him restore his best friend C-3PO's memory, but besides that, I don't know, I felt sad, and I felt like a lot of the original characters and droids are being replaced by even BB-8. BB-8 did nothing in this film compared to what he did in The Force Awakens. I don't even remember BB-8 being in The Last Jedi. Disney just wasted a lot of these characters. I felt nostalgic though when Lando came into the film, but again, he was completely wasted, and in my opinion, he was glorified. He was glorified to be in the entire film, and I would even go as far as saying he's pretty much in a friggin' cameo. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is amazing. I've got him on this shirt somewhere. This bloke here, up there with Darth Vader, up there with Sidious, Count Dooku, all memorable villains, and Kylo Ren was awesome. I really liked... Look, I didn't like the way they ended his story arc in relation to... I'll talk about that a bit later. But I thought it was terrifying. Having the mask back gave this character a purpose, which I really liked as well. He was ruthless, especially at the beginning, killing all these villagers. He didn't really use them. We got to see the Knights of Ren, I guess you can say as well. What else did I have? He used the Force for a lot of Sith reasons, and I love that about him. So what I mean by that is he was doing things like Darth Vader would, using the Sith to lift people up during the conference meetings on board the ship and just kill them. And it was ruthless, and I loved it, and I'm thinking, this is a true villain. I will remember this villain. Adam Driver was so good in the role. I did not like him in The Last Jedi. Didn't mind him in The Force Awakens, but for me, Kylo Ren is actually a memorable Star Wars villain, and I love that. But we'll speak about that later. They kind of ruin it. Let's talk about Rey. Now, I both liked and disliked Rey throughout this film. Ultimately, I actually wanted to see Rey go to the dark side, which didn't happen. That misleading bit in the trailers was kind of a future vision of what could happen, but didn't end up happening. Instead, they made her fan fiction, in my opinion. They made her like a god. And I've written here, how the fuck does she heal people so easily? Like, I was writing notes, and how? I know you've been training for a year. I know you've had experience from Luke. What else have you had compared to Anakin, Luke, Obi-Wan? It just doesn't make sense at how powerful she was in the film. I don't even want to say this. She kissed Kylo Ren. She fucking kissed Kylo Ren, and I wanted to leave. I honestly wanted to walk out, and just the movie was over for me at that point. I knew that this was going to be a shitfest ending. But it got worse. It got worse. These words here, you ready? She kills Palpatine. Rey, that junkyard scrap girl, pretty cool from Disney, Mary Sue, fucking kills the Emperor. A 40-year-old villain who's behind everything in the Star Wars events, from the events of the Senate back in The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones, all the way as he becomes the Emperor at the end of the Recif. This was fucked. I didn't like this at all. Obviously, having him back, the Emperor probably needed to die. I just didn't think this was the way to do it. Even if Rey did it and had some help from other people, I know the Force Ghost went inside her, but it just was absolute bullshit. This was one of the worst scenes, in my opinion, in the entire film, and it was just stupid. As for Palpatine himself, I wrote that I guess he was okay. I really did like him at full power though, and what I mean by that is when he drained Kylo Ren and Rey, basically killing them in the process, which I loved. I love that scene. I love Kylo, and I don't mind Rey, but I just didn't like some of the things in this film. The Emperor at full power with the full yellow eyes and things, again, nostalgic, but I really enjoyed this. It was a twist. It was not something I was expecting to see him at full power. He was someone who was weakened in kind of a lab situation. But again, wasted after that. The third act, in my opinion, was terrible, and I can't help but admit that I really enjoyed the first half of this film, but making Rey the Emperor's grandchild just didn't make sense. It was stupid, and the fake daughter of Luke Skywalker was something I didn't like. There was nothing making me want to care what would happen next besides Chewbacca's death scene. I actually love Chewie. Chewbacca is an amazing character, but I think, even Disney, it felt like was ruining these characters. It would have been cool to see that Chewbacca death. It hurt me. I was watching the screen almost in tears. And the Knights of Ren in this film were completely wasted. The fact that the Knights of Ren would have been the ones who killed Chewbacca technically because they took him was pretty cool. And as I said, I wanted Rey to go to the dark side. Rey used electricity to stop or to blow up the ship. And it wasn't seen ever since. That was one scene, which didn't make sense as well. But making Rey the daughter of Luke Skywalker is something I really don't like. Look, I'm all for her being... I don't even know. The fact that she goes back to Tatooine and tells someone that she is Rey Skywalker, it pisses me the fuck off so much. It is probably the one thing in this film I hate. There's a few things I hate, but there's one thing that I go, no. And she has a yellow lightsaber. How does she have a yellow lightsaber? Where is that lightsaber from? How has it happened? I don't know. Where are we? Right, look guys, there is so much more I could talk about, but overall I am both satisfied and disappointed, and I've got my rating there, which I'll talk about in a minute. I'm going to speak quickly about a couple scenes that I did like. I really liked Han Solo coming back, and basically that scene with Kylo Ren killing Han Solo being redone, but in the end he throws away his lightsaber. Which I think was cool. I think it was time for the lightsaber to end. As I said, he was such a ruthless character, so I didn't like how they turned him into a bit of a bitchy character. But I did like the real Ben Solo at parts. The fact that Rey and Kylo kiss, just end the film right there. But no, there were definitely elements of this film that I did enjoy. The Emperor himself and the yellow eyes and things is probably my favourite thing coming out of the film. What else? I thought the Resistance themselves were pretty cool. The characters that we have known in the Disney trilogy, some in the originals as well, I could even say, were pretty cool. But most of the original characters, unfortunately, were wasted. The send-off for General Leia Organa was great. She became one with the Force like Luke, so I wonder if that's a thing we'll see in future movies with Jedi. I even wonder if we will see the Jedi and the Sith ever again, because technically the Star Wars saga, as we know it, has come to an end in the disappointing form of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Anyway guys, have you seen Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you guys not enjoy it? Look, I did enjoy this film, but in my opinion, there's half I did like and half I didn't, and the half that I didn't raises above that because it annoys me so much, being someone who loves the original film. And I would even say that I love the prequels. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I love Revenge of the Sith. It is up there as one of my favourite Star Wars films. I think The Phantom Menace gets a lot of hate as well, as Attack of the Clones, like the sequel, the prequel film. Both films that I enjoy, I can rewatch. The Last Jedi, I can't fucking rewatch. This film is rewatchable in my opinion, but it just, I don't know. Anyway guys, I'm going to give it my rating in a minute, but let me know what you guys think in the comment. Let's rate Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Alright guys, I'm done ranting about this film. The Rise of Skywalker for me gets a 6 out of 10. Little bit disappointed. Some things I enjoyed, some things I didn't, but Disney, what have you fucking done? Alright guys, did you enjoy the movie? Let me know in the comment. Please leave a like on this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.